got your help here, I got your help there. Construct King of the Hill, though, completely different from the first 2 game types that we saw.
Completely different indeed. A lot of strategy in comparison to Amplified TS, and very different. You don't have the ability to maybe roam around as freely. Instead, you have to think a lot more about where you're going to be placing yourself. And of course, there's objective to think about, and of the power weapons on the map. And speaking of a power weapon, I think that was a rocket that Goofy saw, so he quickly gets the hell out of there, and he doesn't want anything to do with those rockets as Lxthul drops down through bottom middle. And it is an early lead for Lux Gaming, but TOX are putting a little bit of pressure on them by putting some time in the hill. And I think that's important in the early hill, just to get enough to say, look, we are prepared to do the objective.
ABG doing a nice job staying alive there. Gonna make sure that Gabriel throws a grenade to take him down, but love the selfless play from Goofy. There's no reason not to go and sacrifice their life right here. He even made him waste a rocket, drop down and give position. Nice double kill from TOX, but someone needs to be in that hill immediately as Rhino lifts up, finds a kill, and almost takes down. Oh, body disrespect.
Okay.
Trying to get in the head.
That's
I wonder if that's gonna take Ryan off a little bit, maybe make him play better or worse. Remains to be seen, but at least someone's in the hill for TOX Gaming. You love to see that. Unfortunately for them, they have some decent spawns in their favor as Lux is stuck over towards the river in bottom center and gold side.
I gotta tell you, when Royal 2 is angry, you know you're in for a storm. And Lux are gonna have to try and weather this storm because it's gonna get quite scary. It's gonna be thunder and lightning if they're not careful, as Goofy is in the hill and he is getting a little bit of time, but Royal 2 drops down, gets the killing spree, but is finished off by a grenade in the end. But this is a very, very scrappy hill, as both teams been able to pick up 30 seconds to start this game off. But of course, that hill is gonna be moving up top in 18 seconds. And of course, we've got to think about that power up, Tom.
3 people down low right now. Last guy alive on this team is Rhino, but he's going to drop down and try to take Lxthul out. I wonder if he should have spawned his team's sword there, but instead, he's going to try to get the guy out of the hill now, rotate over towards the custom. His team, fortunately for him, gets that high spawn. Lxthul now rotating towards bottom center right when that custom comes up, and he's going to go and burn that one. Huh. Does he get a little bit? Yeah, weird play about Lxthul.
Maybe he was concerned that someone was going to be there and someone was going to put a couple of bullets in his backside, so he said he'd rather just pick it up and not take the risk, because sometimes risks, they pay off, but sometimes they can actually pay dividends, so we'll see whether it does pay off in the end.
Never known Lxthul to be conservative like that, though.
Well, we'll see how it affects the rest of this game, as Lxthul doesn't push up with any risk towards gold as well. He just says, you know what, screw it, I'm going, and I'm going to get aggressive, as now he'll look to help his team in the hill, and it looks like TOX have got control of top middle here. We just need to be watching for those spawners and checking which Ps they're going to be pushing up. It does look like there's someone going up closed lift and open lift at the same time. It's Ryanoob and Gilkey going up either side. But Snakebite, he just controls both of these lifts right now.
Crispy shots from Snakebite, but they were weak at gold the entire time. So all players on the Lux Gaming side could have went up gold side. Instead, they do one purple, one closed purple, one open purple, and then one over towards gold. So just a complete split overall. If you're TOX Gaming, you can kind of take something away from that and say, hey guys, this is what they did to try to retake it. Let's look out for this moving forward. But nobody grabbed the rockets over that 15 seconds besides Gilkey, who ends up tossing that one down. So I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Snakebite drop for these rockets, or maybe call him out for one of his teammates, as it looks like he's going to be the one milking the hill, and the rest of the guys are slaying and focusing on clearing out the rest of the top of the map here for Lux, or for TOX. So rockets still most likely down, and I think that whoever died on Lux is probably going to go and find those.
It's the prioritization of TOX Gaming that impresses me, how quickly they switch targets as Lxthul does get a decent BR fight and manages to take down one, but of course, it's quite difficult to get the double kill, as Gilkey is going to see 2 red X's on his screen, so he does need to be careful, but he does have support going into that open lift. Decent grenade onto one, will take this fight onto Lxthul. It could be the double kill. Lxthul says, no, I'm not allowing that one, sunshine.
Don't forget about that custom that Lxthul picked up before. They're not going to have the time on Lux's side, so that should be going on over to TOX, as it should. Snakebite rotating over there, picking that one up at 10:53. It'll be up at 8:53. Great job baiting these players to push on over. He has 3 people, no shields, over towards the barrel side, and there it is, the double kill. Goofy gets taken down with the beatdown. 3 dead, but somehow Ryan, as the last guy alive, finds 2 and stops these guys from picking up another 5 seconds and forces them towards the bottom of the map and gives his team top control. So big double kill there from Ryan, but heads up play from Snakebite, baiting that overshield and letting the players walk by him.
I cannot stress enough how important it is to stop that extra 5 seconds from being picked up, because it could bite you in the bottom later on when you get close. This is a double kill for Snakebite. Big grenade from him, looks down into the hill, and it is going to be a battle rifle fight with Gilkey. Does have support, but Snakebite just seems to be here, there, and everywhere at the moment. This man, I am starting to wonder whether he's human.
Snakebite playing very well. This is what you want to see if you're a TOX Gaming fan. Sniper popping up here in about 3 seconds. The hill guy does get taken out. There's the snipe, and you can see another killing spree coming in from Snakebite. He wants to try to go and give support to his teammates over down towards the hill. That's going to be Lxthul making his way towards the snipe. It's Ryanoob clutching with another double kill. But while it seems like TOX Gaming has been dominating this entire time, Lux is still in a good position here. Only down 30 seconds, still 30 seconds left in this hill. And Gilkey with the sniper down low. Very possible for a comeback here.
I know we always say it, but it's crunch time coming up where the rockets are going to be spawning as well as the overshield as well. Arguably one of the most important times in the game. Just be seeing which team prioritizes what, who wants the rockets and who wants that overshield that's going to be spawning down low. Lxthul at the moment is getting time in the hill whilst APG is on a killing spree with the assassination, and he is just dominating this top gold, not allowing anyone to push up. This Snakebite will be met by Ryanoob.
Wow.
That's a big kill by Ryanoob. I tell you what, Ryanoob's grenades this tournament have been unreal.
Yeah, I mean, his whole gameplay has been insane. He's been, you know, top notch, really. MVP, in my opinion, for his team, but Gilkey's been playing phenomenal. We've seen just great plays from every single player in these finals. Lxthul just ripping that overshield off, but this is the most important hill. Rockets and overshield both popped up at 8:52, both going in the hands of Lux Gaming. This is their opportunity. They have to take this advantage right now, otherwise they're gonna go down 3-0 in the series. There's the Killjoy coming in, finally taking out Snakebite. Gilkey's gonna lock down this close side, but they're weak over towards the gold side. So I'm worried right now that a player could potentially charge up there or get the spawns. It looks like that's gonna be a sword spawn instead, and Ryanoob's on top of it with the rockets already.
Yeah, real potential for some decent amount of hill time because they had the rockets, because they had the overshield, but TOX have done well to not allow them to get too much just by peppering shots across the map and just by putting pressure in the right areas. But now Ryanoob will start to have a little gobble of the time as there is someone in R1 and it's going to be Lxthul, and just as he looks away, someone pushes him from the left side as well. That's one thing TOX are doing so successfully, is the bait and switch. It has been incredible to watch all tournament long.
Such great timing, and I believe that was only 20 or 30 seconds for an entire full setup on Construct King. Not the ideal situation there for Lux Gaming when you have rockets, when you have people on TOX Gaming that are down low. So if TOX can continue to get some time here, it's going to be very good for them. Still only 20 seconds between the two teams though, and still plenty of time left on this hill. You have 30 seconds here. Snakebite finding a double kill. I believe I just heard a gold lift coming up on Royal 2's screen. I'm not sure if he's aware of that one, but it looks like that's not true because they're going to take out the last two players over there towards the closed purple side. So Sniper was dirtied, and now you hear that gold lift, which means Royal 2 going to just throw that nice grenade and take out that player there. And these are kind of useless lifts right there on the Lux Gaming side. There's no reason to try to clear these guys out. The hill's already moving anyway. Right now they need to be setting up and doing exactly what Ryanoob's doing. Get that sniper rifle, get the new hill. Most important thing, make sure you get this custom.
Still a very closely contested game, and I'm sure TOX fans at this point are sick of time-based games like Oddball, like King of the Hill, because TOX have been putting them through all of the motions with how closely contested they have been. Gilkey just going to be hovering around bottom middle here, and Ryanoob has found himself up top with the sniper rifle, so now he can rain down hell on the boys of TOX. It will be a sniper shot to the body on Snakebite, and he can't do much because the grenade was absolutely massive, and now Ryanoob will think about dropping River. He always had the option to throw the sniper off if he was under pressure, so a smart play from Ryanoob, and he's able to help his team actually get some big kills, and I think that's 1, 2, 3 falling for TOX. So that's going to be a decent amount of hill time for them, and they're all spawning bottom middle as well. And look how big these grenades are. That's going to be 1, 2, looks for 3, can he do it? Doesn't quite get it, but finally gets him from the after, and it's going to be a triple thanks to the grenade on the floor.
Someone needs to drop and take the hill. There you go. I believe that was Gilkey that drops down as Goofy accidentally fell because the grenade's going to take him down to no shields, but slight hesitation there, only ends up costing them a second, but we've seen games be tied. We've seen some crazy stuff. They need to make sure that they are not making any errors here, because if you want to win this tournament, you're going to have to be bringing your A game, because you know what TOX is capable of. Great job there avoiding the rocket if you're Goofy, but Lxthul not going to let this guy slip as he's just waiting and trying to find the other players on the Lux Gaming side. Still 2 rockets left. Plenty of patience coming in from Lxthul. I love the fact that he's sitting over towards the sword. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a kill and then drops down for the hill immediately. 20 seconds down there still that they could grab. 5 seconds overall though, Dan. What a comeback here from Lux. Slowly but surely just pecking at the lead.
I wonder how that's going to affect the mentality of TOX Gaming, whether they're going to start to think about throwing this one away. And all All of those oddball Guardian replays that they had to go through earlier, they don't want anything similar to that. As Lxthul, though, will just be controlling lobby at the moment. Does dive above Ryanu, but unfortunately can't connect with the melee, which means he does fall as APG picks up a little bit of time now that this hill has moved. And of course, the overshield is going to be coming into play soon as well. So we'll keep an eye on who picks up that one as APG gets the beat down onto Ryanu, picks up the double kill, but unfortunately can't stay alive for any sort of triple. And it's going to be Royal2 has found himself an overshield. And if you want anyone with an overshield, I'd be pretty happy with Royal2 grabbing it.
No doubt, and he's playing it right, making sure that he's locking down a side of the map that's very contested right now. You can see the killing spree coming in, gets the 2-shot beat down on the player lifting up, had another player, no shields down here that he's gonna clean up. That's gonna be goofy. And you don't wanna have to push into Royal2 with this overshield, but he forced you to with the rotation, and now getting time is Snakebite. So a good play here from APG to lock this down because they're still flying up gold. And this is the most important spot to hold. You're either gonna be over towards the sword or you're gonna be gold side. But the thing about being in the sword is that you're kind of stuck and you're gonna be taking a lot more shots. If you're over at gold, you have a lot more opportunities to push onto the streets together, and it's easier to kind of filter your shots and focus where people are coming from. So I like the position that TOX is in much more than Lux, especially considering they have the lead.
Couple of questionable pushes from Lux, but it has worked out. They have been able to distract TOX enough just to eat away at their hill time, and then Lux have found themselves in it as well. 3 members of TOX are down, but Snakebite gets the spawns for his teammates at back gold, and that's absolutely massive because now they can push, and they can push Lux Gaming out of lobby as well. He's going to throw a couple of grenades towards close. Ryanu is caught with his pants down mid-gold, and he's not going to be able to help out from there, unfortunately for him. One of the worst places you can be on Construct, in my opinion. 184 to 159, still all to play for from both sides, and honestly, I can't call it with the way it's been going. As soon as either side looks like they dominate and the other one comes straight back into it, Lxthul can't get the melee, and Lux, they managed to get 2 down on the side of TOX, and they can start to pick up some more time. But that hill's going to be moving.
It was a 5-second differential as that hill was moving over towards the open side. When it was all said and done, it was 15 seconds extra put on from TOX, but it's so weird to me because it felt like they had top control that entire time. It's just Lux Gaming, like cockroaches. They don't stop coming. They just kept filtering over towards the hill, charging, throwing nades, trying to keep these guys uncomfortable in their setups. Royal2 had the overshield previously, picks up another one, and we're very close to this game being tied.
Tell you what, not some very nice nicknames for Lux Gaming. I've heard them be called the Stainers, the Cockroaches. It all seems to be bad things for Lux. I think we should just be acknowledging how beautiful some of the Halo they've been playing is, and we should start to give them nicer names, as Royal2 has the rockets though, and for the first time in quite some time, TOX are behind in this game. Lux have got ahead, but it's TOX who are putting time in the hill, as Royal2 will just try and reload these rockets and try and stay alive and just call out that to his teammates and ensure that he doesn't put these rockets to waste, doesn't get any of the rocket anxiety we've seen throughout this tournament. Will connect with the first one and then finishes off with the second one. Ryanoob is there to clean up potentially, but look how quick there is support from the TOX Gaming players. Their communication definitely on point right now.
20 to 30 straight seconds in this hill for Lxthul. Oh, nice no-scope too, and a killing spree from the hill. Great job, double kill coming in from Snakebite. That's gonna be 3 dead. TOX in this bottom center hill. This has been their most successful hill. Might as well have it be the second to last one in the game.
How many times historically throughout Halo have we seen players like Snakebite and Lxthul step up at the right time, and it's big kills and big doubles that you need to make sure you send yourself to a potential bracket reset. They can get themselves even closer if they take this one. They'd be 3-0 up in this series, and I'm sure that Lux would start to sweat if that would happen, as Gilkey is going to be caught down here. Close 2 as Lxthul now will get aggressive. Only 1 minute and 10 seconds left, and there's still about 30 seconds for Lux Gaming to get back into it and tie this one up. They're 24 seconds behind at the moment, but they are putting a little bit of hill time in before it moves. APG going to use grenades just to kind of back a couple of players off as we get into our final hill of the game. And still, Lux do have a chance, but TOX Gaming, they have control up top.
This should be it. The only thing that's going to save these guys right now is the overshield, but I don't know if they have enough time to grab it because it's only 17 seconds until TOX Gaming's going to take this one. Goofy Despot's up over towards the close. Royal2 picking up kills left and right. Now you're in a 2-on-4 situation with everybody up top. Not looking good right now. TOX Gaming's going to be able to take this one.
That's going to be game, and it's going to be TOX going 3-0 up in this series. And I tell you what, we're getting closer and closer to that bracket reset. And Lux Gaming, they just can't seem to stop the sheer aggression and teamwork from TOX Gaming right now. Very, very impressed with the response, considering the fact they got knocked down to that lower bracket. They had to play the extra series, but who knows? Maybe that extra series helped them, Tom. Just gave them that little bit more confidence, allowed them to warm up a little bit, get their shot on point. Whereas maybe Lux are a little bit cold going into this one.
Yeah, Lux is hanging in there, though. All the games have been fairly close as we take a look at the stats. Snakebite, 35, 27, and 22. Meanwhile, Gabriel not having his best performance, sitting at 17 and 29. Heavily outslayed pretty badly. I mean, I'm looking at it 10, 13, to 25, plus